It's January 2nd, and we're just on the eve of starting to feed these guys some grain. We're just gonna clean up what's in our bin from fall and roll some fresh stuff for them next week when it warms up a little bit. That means we got like 14 gates to open and close right now just to get it all set up. So we got the wagon on today. Glenn put 32 scoops of oats in it, and this is their first day. I can tell you they were pretty excited when they saw the wagon come down. I don't think they're gonna love the oats, but anyway, we gotta clean up the old stuff before they get the new stuff. You gotta go get your face in there. Get some oats. Oh, I'm wearing my snowsuit today, so she's not sure what the heck's going on. She's pretty jumpy. Wow. It's okay. Hi. There, I took my hood off. Yeah, it's 21 below here and the wind is blowing. It's not very nice today. January 8th, and it's just absolutely amazing that we haven't had to haul the roller mill out yet. It makes quite a difference having some green feed and hay to feed your cows. However, that also means that we gotta dig this whole thing. It's not old. We gotta dig this Farm King out of the snow bank. Last calving season, when Glenn was out of commission because he got run over by the bull, I might have lost my temper a little bit and came through the corral a little bit too fast. And so he's decided we're replacing this gate, and I feel really bad. But he said that when because of this bend in it, it won't lay flat up against the fence back there, and the calves will find their way behind it for sure when the gate's wide open. We're trying to bring stuff in. So we went and bought a new gate today. We've been feeding the cows for a little while now. I'll show you what we've been feeding them, if I haven't already showed you. This is different than what the heifers are getting. This is carryover rolled barley, and they aren't getting that yet. Glenn's trying to finish up these whole oats here first. And this is some tubing off of an old auger, if I'm right. And it goes down in there, and we usually put a smaller auger inside here, but the snow has gotten in there and frozen that, so he's been shoveling out this bin, and it looks like there's about a week's worth of shoveling in there. But the bad weather is coming again. Imagine that. So we're going to be filling up a grain truck with, we're going to finish a bin full of whole oats that are older, and then we're going to put some barley on there. And then we're going to roll it into another truck and have it just ready so that all we got to do is dump it. You guys see this M sitting over here? We were kind of thinking as that fixer-upper project, but we don't really have like a couple $1,000 laying around to work on that right now. That's a John Deere M. Oh, wait. So Glenn's setting up the sweep inside of this bin to get some of the oats out of the bottom there that we're going to roll for the cows. And he's got a sweep there so he doesn't have to shovel. It's just basically a couple feet on the bottom of the bin, but still boatloads of work if you have to shovel it by hand. We don't sell grain anymore. So everything we do, everything we grow, we feed to the cattle. And so that means that there's lots of little bin bottoms and stuff, especially because 2024 we grew some grain, but we hadn't grown grain for a couple years previous to that. So now some of our farmland is being crop shared, so that grain gets sold and leaves the farm, but it's not something that's stored here for us. These girls have been, since the snow's been melted here for about a week or so, they've been out eating the lentils. I guess they've decided they really like that. That's great. Sorry, we've been a little preoccupied here and hadn't got a video out. This is a well here that services Glenn's mom and dad's house and the 2 hydrants in our main corral for the cattle. And in December, we started having trouble with it. It was running really slow, and so we had a well company come out. Very quick response. And they troubleshooted a bit. Glenn and I troubleshooted for days trying to figure out what was wrong before we called anybody. They replaced the pump, and I'll put on the screen what they replaced it with. They put in a smaller pump. Anyway, fast forward a month, and the pump would just randomly stop working. This is I don't know, it's like 30 acres or something. It's got a windbreak in it. And we kind of saved this as the bingo card for bad weather for the cows. And I got some kind of yucky weather coming up. So we're gonna roll a hay bale or green feed through the gate here. Continue with the story. They had to come back. They pulled the pump out of there and they brought their big compressor and they blew the well. And then they replaced the switch on the pressure tank, which Glenn and I had already replaced, but they replaced it again, just covering all their bases. So we're running the water now because it's filthy. It's going to be dirty for about a week. But so far we got water, and right amount of it, which is good. One thing they did is they put it's restricted so that we don't basically pump the well dry, and so there's a restrictor switch in the well pit where the pressure tank is, and basically Glenn's going to be able to open that. If we have trouble with the pump stopping again, it'll be because we got sand built up in there or something, so he can open that wide open, get that cleaned out of there, and see if that helps, because we do have sand in our water here. Yeah. Anyway, hopefully this drama is over, because it's no fun having that kind of trouble. The heifers are doing well. Maybe looking at them you can see that they've gained some weight. They're getting 8 pails of oats right now and a green feed bale that is free feed for them, however much they want to eat of it. They eat one about every 3 days. So 8 pails times 20 pounds, so they're getting 160 pounds of oats a day right now. And we're cycling them through the water where we're watering from the bulls at a different hydrant that's tied to Glenn and I's house. So thankfully we've got 5 wells on the property, but 2 here run the houses. One down east, a mile, we just use for the cattle. It's a really good one, like 10 gallons a minute. And ours are like 3 gallons a minute, restricted to 1.5. So, yeah. Anyway, it's coming along. Heifers are looking great. It's super wintry here. We're gonna have winter, proper cold and wind and yucky for a few days here. Snowstorms coming through and that kind of thing. So we're gonna do our chores, make sure everybody's fed up, and then hunker down until it warms up again. Take care, everybody. We'll see you in the next one.